Now, I know that this is a controversial opinion, but I believe that the opening section of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is one of the best openings of any Zelda game ever. So today I want to talk about why I believe that one of the most universally hated openings in Zelda history is unendingly charming to me. It was the spring of 2007, and I remember my brother coming home with a new game for the brand new Nintendo Wii I just bought using the money I earned mowing lawns and doing housework for my mom and dad. Now, my brother would do this thing where he wouldn't show me what was in the GameStop bag until I was literally groveling on my hands and knees to see what the game was. And oh my god, this time I was greeted with a treat. I remember seeing the box art for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the first time and just being enamored with it. I thought it looked so cool. And then when I finally popped the game in for the first time, quickly, my 12-year-old self was having a blast, running around Ordon Village, talking to the townsfolk, collecting rupees to try and buy the stinkin' slingshot, and getting so very frustrated with trying to catch that fish.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Sorry? It was very hard when I was 12. Anyways, and I just loved working hard on the ranch. It was nice, it was slow, and it was simple. Prior to this, the only other Zelda games I had played were the Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons games. So in a way, this was really my introduction to Link and the world of Hyrule as a whole. Everything was just so nice and tranquil, and with the beautiful overlay of the Ordon Village theme, I was just content. I swear to you that if this game was like a small town life simulator, something like a Harvest Moon style game, just in Ordon Village, where occasionally I would have to go and save a townsperson in the forest from some boblins, I would have gladly accepted it. But then something happened. Things went wrong, and they went wrong really quickly. As I was going to see where Ilya and Colin had gotten to with my horse Epona, because I needed her to get ready to deliver the sword and shield to Hyrule Castle, a horde of boblins attacked, knocking me unconscious, taking Ilya, Colin, and Epona with them. My 12-year-old world was rocked. How could I lose so quickly? So I did what any sane 12-year-old would do. I frickin' went after him. I was stoked to begin my adventure. That is, until I reached this big, black, imposing wall. All the light fell. It was dim, it was grim, it was scary. Now, I'm not exaggerating right now. That wall terrified me. I didn't want to go past it. No part of my body wanted to have anything to do with that wall because I knew that nothing good would come from it. Then, that massive, terrifying hand grabbed me and pulled me into the Twilight Realm, and I promptly turned off my Wii because I was so freaked out because, yes, 12-year-old me was a coward. Now, I took a little bit of a break from the game, and I eventually tackled the Twilight Curtain again and was able to power through the Twilight Realm, even though it freaked me out so much at the time. I remember being incredibly relieved when I got back to Ordon to get the sword and shield, distraught when I realized that because I was a wolf, even this wonderful village I had grown to love was a danger zone for me, and even more distraught when I realized that I had to go back into that Twilight hellscape before I could be a human again. I believe it's this intro that made me fall in love with not only this game, but the entire Legend of Zelda franchise. It was in this game that I got to live a day in the life of Link. Not the hero of time, not the hero of winds, just Link. I wasn't introduced to a character who was blatantly destined to be a hero like in A Link to the Past. I was introduced to a young ranch hand who had never been outside of his village. I loved being able to just live out a normal life as Link, because that's not something we'd ever really been exposed to prior to this game. I believe it really helped me to be able to connect with him as a character. I love this intro for the same reason that I love the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2. They really just give you time to digest the game and develop an attachment to the characters and the world around you. Then once you're lulled into a false sense of security, that's precisely the moment that everything starts going wrong. The second you think your journey may just start with riding off to the castle to meet Zelda, everything begins falling apart around you, and I cannot stress how much I loved that. Now, I love having to go back to Ordon as a wolf and getting the sword and shield, because I think that the sadness of everyone in the village fearing you in your new form is poignant and brilliant. I love how many emotions this game was able to evoke in me before even getting to the first temple. And while it may have been a slow start, I believe that it set the stage masterfully for the epic adventure that was about to ensue. But that's just my opinion, and I would love to hear yours. Do you agree that The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess has a spectacular opening segment, even if it is a little bit slower than usual? Or do you prefer the route that Ocarina of Time or A Link to the Past take, where you get right into the action from the get-go? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and as always, I want to see you obliterate that like button, that subscribe button if you enjoyed this kind of content and you want to see more of it coming from this channel. Or don't. I won't twist your arm. But have a great one, guys. Later.